The DOM is a JavaScript object that stores all of the web page, and it's a tree-like object. So you have nodes, and you have nodes inside of those nodes. So for example, we have a node that's a body, and then inside of there are other nodes, a div, a UL. Inside of the UL there are list elements, a div, and whatnot. So there's the same concept as in a family. So you have a parent, and then you have their children. So you have parents, sons and daughters, and you can have grandsons as well. So that same concept we're going to apply now for selecting elements. We want to select all the elements that are descendants of a certain other element, or not all elements, but all elements that satisfy a certain condition. In my case, what I want to do now is select all the li elements that descend from a listing element. So that should include the element with ID listing is just this one, so it's the whole unordered list. And this I want to select all the li elements that are descendants, which includes these ones, also these ones, because they're still descendants. They're not direct descendants, but they are descendants. And then these ones over here. The way I can do that is using a CSS selector, which is basically separating two selections by a space. So I have listing space li. That means all the li elements that descend from a listing element. And what am I going to do to all of them? Well, I'll just give them the highlighted class so that we can easily spot them on our page. Now see how that's selecting pretty much all the li elements that are inside of my unordered list. And you may ask me, why am I adding a div inside of an unordered list? That's very unorthodox. That's not correct. Well, the reason why I'm doing it is because of what I want to show you next. So I want now to select only the direct descendants of the unordered list. So if I had put this li, it would have selected all of these, but I didn't want that, just for the example. So we now don't want to have these ones included. We only want the direct descendants, and you can do that using CSS selectors as well. I'm gonna keep this commented out, and that's using the greater than sign. So that's gonna make it so that only the direct descendants are selected, but other elements that satisfy the condition of being an li. This could be a class. This could be, I could have like this, like class 1. I could have any kind of selection here, but I've chosen to use the tag one. So the elements that satisfy this condition that are not direct descendants from this parent will not have that class added to them. So to summarize, you can do selections by you can cover all possible descendants, or you can just focus on the direct descendants of your elements.